Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar from ECPG, Learn, Grow, and Develop Opportunities for Personal and Professional Growth with ECPG. I'll be your moderator today. My name is Amanda Cavness, and I'm the ECPG Chairperson of Projects. I'm a clinical pharmacy specialist in pediatric hematology and oncology at Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. Some general announcements to get us started today. This webinar is being recorded and live streamed via YouTube on the FIP channel. The recording will be available on the website in the library section later at the link below. You can ask questions during the webinar using the Q&A box, and you're welcome to provide feedback after the webinar at the email address seen here. If you are not already a member, you can become a member of FIP at the website shown at the bottom of your screen. I'd also like to introduce my co-moderator for today, Ms. Godsgift Iwendii from Nigeria. She's the ECPG Professional Development Coordinator from the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria and the founder of the P platform. Godsgift is a graduate of pharmacy from the prestigious University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria. She's passionate about contributing immensely to public health and pharmacy profession in Nigeria and also globally. She has a passion for community service as evidenced by her volunteering work with various organizations such as the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria Young Pharmacist Group, IPSF, and FIP ECPG. She rounded off her National Youth Service Program at the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria, Abuja, and is also the founder of a mentorship program called the P Platform for pharmacy students in Nigeria. She is published in international journals, and her hobbies include traveling, volunteering, and cooking. Here's an overview of today's program. First, we will introduce you to ECPG if you're not already familiar, then provide you with an overview of the Leadership Development Workshop and the Leadership Development Program 2.0. We'll also have a review of the Career Development Toolkit from Godsgift, followed by a session about Curriculo from Ms. Karen Glen and Mr. David Morrison. Finally, we will have an introduction of the activity that we'll be completing in session 2 of this webinar. Here are our learning objectives for today. And let's jump right in. FIP is a leader of pharmacy at the global level. Founded in 1912, FIP is the global federation of national associations representing millions of pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists, as well as pharmacy educators around the world. We're a non-governmental organization that has been in official relations with the WHO since 1948. The FIP vision is a world where everyone benefits from access to safe, effective, quality, and affordable medicines and pharmaceutical care. The FIP mission is FIP improves global health by supporting the advancement of pharmaceutical practices, sciences, and education. Here's an overview of the structure of FIP. Starting at the top, you can see the council, and the bureau is part of the FIP council. Underneath, you can see that ECPG encompasses all areas of FIP, from the Board of Pharmaceutical Sciences, the Board of Pharmacy Practice, and FIP Education. BPS is made up of 6 special interest groups, and BPP is made up of 8 sections. These cover a variety of practice areas and research areas within pharmacy and pharmaceutical science. So this slide is really just to show you that ECPG is involved really in all aspects of FIP. FIP was previously known as the Young Pharmacist Group, or YPG, so you may have heard of us as that in the past and be wondering, what is the Early Career Pharmaceutical Group? So in 2022, the steering committee decided that we would like our name to be more inclusive and more representative of the members of our group. And so we replaced young with early career, as some of us may have started our career a little later in life, or this pharmacy may be our second career. So we changed from young to early career, and we felt that the change from pharmacist to pharmaceutical better represented what our group covers. So we're not all just pharmacists. We have pharmaceutical researchers, academicians, and pharmaceutical scientists. So our new name of Early Career Pharmaceutical Group really just shows the inclusivity and is better representative of our members. Here you can see the members of the ECPG 2023 Steering Committee on the left, as well as the ECPG Subcommittee on the right. I know the image on the right is a little difficult to read, but really what I want you to get from this image is to see all of the various people that are involved in the subcommittee and how much potential there is for involvement if you're interested in being involved with ECPG, from the liaisons team that work with each section and SIG of BPS and BPP, the projects team, and the public relations team. We really do have opportunities for everyone. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the Leadership Development Workshop. This is a program that's offered annually at FIP Congress. This year, as you may know, we will be in Brisbane, Australia, and the LDW will be held the 23rd and the 24th of September. And this is a 2-day program where you can learn and network in a small group setting. This program is led by FIP leaders, from the FIP staff to members of steering committee, as well as experts in leadership, pharmacy, all different areas of pharmacy from around the world. We're very lucky to have really wonderful presenters at this event every year, and it's always a pleasure to learn from them, no matter how many times you have attended LDW. Some of the topics that are covered include communication, particularly in a team setting, leadership ethics, succession planning on how to run a sustainable organization and make sure that you're prepared from year to year. And this year we've been able to really expand our offerings at the LDW because we're able to go back to a 2-day session. Here are some photos from the LDW last year. You can see on the left, Professor Betty Char spoke to us about ethical leadership, and it was a really great session, very engaging. And on the right, you can see Dr. Toyin Tafade speaking with us about personality types and leadership, and really tying together everything that we had learned throughout the LDW. And the photo in the middle is just a big group photo of everyone who was able to attend and learn together. And it's also just a great networking opportunity to get to know other early career pharmacists and other leaders within FIP from around the world. And we also have a lot of fun during the session. So if this all sounds good to you and you're interested in participating, the QR code on the left is for the LDW call to tell you more about the program and some of the agenda items. And the code on the right is for you to scan to apply for this. There are a limited number of seats. And so if you're interested, I encourage you to go ahead and apply. The deadline is coming up in about a week. Also, if you have trouble scanning these QR codes, the links to the websites will be available in the chat box. So following up on the Leadership Development Workshop, we have our Leadership Development Program 2.0. This is a 9-month program in collaboration with the Academic Pharmacy Section, or ACPS, and it's a continuation of the skills that we explore at the Leadership Development Workshop. This does require monthly work. They review the book Strength Finders 2.0 and some other leadership reading. And there's a portfolio creation that you do and some assignments throughout the month. So it is a little bit more of a commitment, but very great programming, again, led by experts from around the world. So highly encourage you all to apply for that if you are interested. The call for this will be released in August prior to World Congress. And then it will close about 2 weeks after the Congress. And that way, maybe if you hadn't applied before and you have a really great time at LDW, it gives you an opportunity to apply for that once you get home. So now I'd like to turn it over to Ms. Godsgift Iwendii, and she will be talking to you all about the Career Development Toolkit.
Thank you so much, Amanda. Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing okay. So I'll be talking about the Career Development Toolkit. So the Career Development Toolkit was launched in the year 2020, and it was identified as a need by members of the FIP ECPG, that's the Early Career Young Pharmaceutical Group. And it was created in order to fill the gaps in soft skill development. So this is basically based on the needs of young pharmacists all over the world. There was a survey that was carried out, and it was discovered that many of us who are young pharmacists, who are young pharmaceutical scientists, require soft skill development. And so the Career Development Toolkit was created and then published. Okay, so if you want to have access to this Career Development Toolkit, you could just quickly scan it using the QR code on the screen. And you could also get across to it through the link that will be posted in the chat. So you might be wondering, what is in the toolkit? So in the toolkit, we have various career paths and opportunities. Rather than the conventional aspects of pharmacy profession, you have community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, industrial pharmacy. You could see over 100 other pharmaceutical positions you can hold even as a young pharmacist, and opportunities that are embedded in it. You could also go through the career development cycle. It's very easy to read and very easy to understand. Also in the toolkit, you're going to come across the global frameworks to support career development. So this is based on different research work that has been carried out across the globe, across different countries. So you could see how you could perhaps inculcate how other countries are doing based on the pharmacy profession into your own country, or based on your own personal life. Also, you could also come across transferable skills in the toolkit. You also have activities to develop your skills and expertise, and also strategies for successful career change for those of us who do not want to remain at a particular stage, for those of us who want to change career, or you don't want to be a community pharmacist anymore, you want to become a foreign trained military pharmacist and the likes. So there are different guidelines and steps for you to go about that in the toolkit. Okay, so like I earlier mentioned, we have over 100 pharmacy jobs present in the toolkit. We also have SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So in the toolkit, you get to analyze if what you're currently doing, or your current career path and your future career path, what is stopping you, what are the opportunities that are there for you, and what are the current strengths you have, what are weaknesses, so that you could work on them to become a better professional. In the toolkit, there are also sample activities for you to reflect. If you really want, for instance, if you want to do your career change, you want to reflect, is it going to be worth it? Is that what I really want to do? Also, for your CV and cover letter writing, there are some activities there for you to follow. You could go through them to confirm if your CV is up to par with what is needed by employees of today, and also leadership skills assessments, because as a pharmacist, in one way or the other, you are a leader. And so leadership is very important. Having leadership skills is very important. So the toolkit also contains some assessment skills that you will need. Okay, so today we have our guest speakers from Curriculo, Ms. Glen and Mr. David Morrison. So I'll be reading the bio of Ms. Karen. Ms. Karen is a member of the Institute of Leadership and Management, associate member of the Community Learning Standards Council. She has a master's in human resource management from Strathclyde Business School and education background, and has been involved in designing, delivering innovative programs to help individuals transition from education to work and career transition initiatives. Karen has extensive experience as a line manager in the private and public sector. After graduating, she worked in various sales and business development roles within the pharmaceutical industry. And prior to Curriculo's solution, she was the head of the careers at Skills Development Scotland. Karen's passion is in coaching individuals to reach their potential and developing initiatives to help them reach their goals and ambitions. So I'll be reading the bio of Mr. David. Mr. David Morrison is a member of the Institute of Leadership and Management, associate member of the Community Learning Standards Council. David is a graduate of the Elite Royal Air Force Officer Training College, Cranwell, and has a first-class honors degree in leadership and management, is distinction from the Association of the British Pharmaceutical Industry, and has over 20 years experience designing and delivering a range of training and coaching programs for a variety of clients across the globe, including the aviation, logistics, hospitality, pharmaceutical, and engineering industries. After graduation and specializing in trauma and emergency care, David served as an officer in one of the RAF's medical emergency response teams and has subsequently worked in other public and private sectors in line management roles from first line through to director level, and has commercial experience in senior sales roles and business development. His passion is helping individuals and organizations to be professional, responsible, and effective line managers and leaders. Great to have you here, Karen and David. Over to you.
Hello, Godsgift. Thank you so much and welcome to everyone here. Thank you also to Amanda for organising today and for the whole team for the professional help that we've had to put this together. My name is Glen. I'm one of the two directors in Curriculo Solutions. And today I would like to share with you some details of the Pharmacist for the Future programme. It's a curriculo skills development programme. What I'd also like to do is help you to understand why making a decision today to invest in your future and taking this programme will be one of the best decisions that you take this year. A bold statement, I know. But firstly, let me share with you just a little bit of information about Curriculo Solutions. We work with many organisations across many different sectors, and our passion is to unlock the potential in people and in teams. We've been around since 2013, and we deliver our training face-to-face, online, and via our learning management system. These are three of the main areas that we work within professional sport, within the business sector, and also within education. Looking at the business side of things, we help our customers in business to unlock the potential in their teams. We help them to deliver successful people strategy and really genuinely help them to build better, more successful teams. In professional sport, we work with professional sporting organisations and professional athletes themselves. We look at to help them to develop their transition skills and to help them to look and search for a particular career beyond their playing career or once that career is over. And in the education sector, we work with business schools within the university sector, delivering leadership modules on behalf of the university, for example, for part-time and full-time MBA students. And of course, now we work very closely with FIP to deliver our particular programme, the Pharmacist for the Future programme, which looks to develop leadership skills and career management skills in all of the pharmacists that we work with. It's our intention through this programme to help each of you to manage your career successfully into your future. And it's a simple, straightforward programme that we will share a little bit more detail about. One of the things that's useful for you to think about, though, is where this programme has evolved from. We've used our own experience. We've listened to the needs of our customers within the healthcare system. We've consulted with professionals in academia, and we've worked very, very closely with our colleagues in FIP in order to ensure that this programme, the Pharmacist for the Future programme, is very clearly suitable for each and every FIP member, and particularly for those of you who sit within the Early Careers Pharmaceutical Group. We have mapped the content of our programme against your Career Development Toolkit, as well as with the FIP development goals, and we've ensured that our values align very closely with those of FIP. Aside from all of that, We have also had this programme approved through the Institute of Leadership and Management. And it's our delight to bring this programme to your attention today. We're very, very proud of the fact that last year we were awarded the SEAL Award for the Pharmacist for the Future programme. And indeed, we are currently in a position where we are having that SEAL Award renewed for the following 3 years. And we will hear more about that, hopefully in the not too distant future. To hear a little bit more about that, however, I would like to pass you over in a video to my colleague David, who will share on video, first of all, his thoughts about how this programme deals with some of the leadership needs within FIP.
Hi there, I'm David Morrison, one of the directors of Curriculo Solutions. We have been recently approved as a partner organisation through the FIP SEAL Award process to bring our Pharmacists for the Future Leadership Development Programme to you. My personal clinical experience is in trauma care and emergency response teams. However, I am specifically interested in leadership development, and for the past 20 years, I've been designing and delivering leadership programs all over the world for a variety of organisations in different work sectors. Our approach is very much to demystify leadership as a concept and to provide practical tools that will help you to develop your leadership competence. Effective leaders demonstrate high levels of both personal competence and social competence. Personal competence involves self-awareness and self-management. Self-awareness means understanding your own style, your strengths and your limitations, and of course your emotions, along with your tendencies for responding to different people and different situations. Self-management represents your ability to choose what you say and what you do in order to positively direct your behaviour in regards to things like personal organisation, self-discipline and career management, along with emotional control and the image that you project to others. Social competence involves social awareness and relationship management. Social awareness is our ability to recognise the emotional states of others and involves social style and cultural awareness. And of course, our perceptions, so that we can be tactful, empathetic, patient, and tolerant of other people. In other words, to be approachable. Relationship management means being able to use awareness of other people's emotions to choose what and how you say things in order to have your own views heard and to achieve positive results through influence, persuasion, and clarity in your own communications. The Curriculo Solutions Pharmacists for the Future programme is a foundation programme to help you to take control of your career and to build your personal and social competence, to set you out on the road to becoming the best leader you can be. For more details about the programme and how we will help you, please listen to the information presented by my colleague and fellow director, Glen. And we are genuinely looking forward to meeting you and welcoming you onto the programme.
So firstly, let me say hello to everyone and thank you for listening to that short video clip. The idea behind presenting a video of that nature was just to try to capture the essence of the programme. Rather than passing back to Can, though, I'm going to ask you to indulge me just for a few more minutes and allow me to focus a little bit more on the nature of the programme and some of the content, and essentially to summarise that for you. So the programme of learning is designed to help you to build your personal leadership skills and, I guess, to make you more professionally attractive to a potential employer. Now, whether you're still a student or part of the early career pharmacist group, And whether you have or don't currently have management or supervisory responsibilities, the programme will help you to recognise your personal strengths in working with other people and in leading others. The learning content will also enhance your professional communication skills in support of your engagement with colleagues from all sectors of the healthcare provision, and of course with patients too. Allow me then to explain a little bit about why we believe this programme is different to other currently available career development options. This programme references a number of tools contained within the FIP Career Development Toolkit, which Godsgift alluded to earlier. However, we also add additional materials, and what we've done is pulled all of these resources together into one place. I guess how I would see this programme is that I would say that it complements your professional and technical skills as pharmacists by building your self-awareness and helping you to become more emotionally intelligent and socially competent. Of course, along with giving you the tools to manage your career and to sell yourself at interview. Let me then share a little more information about the programme and what you can expect from it by way of another short video clip.
The Curriculo Pharmacist for the Future programme offers a comprehensive and holistic approach to developing personal leadership skills, social skills, and professional skills for newly qualified pharmacists. These skills are highly valued by potential employers across the whole spectrum of the pharmacy sector. This programme underpins and supports your efforts to raise your leadership and employability competence levels and will help newly qualified pharmacists to differentiate themselves in a global market which insists on healthcare professionals having employability knowledge, skills, behaviours and attitudes above and beyond their academic qualifications on their own. As a consequence of engaging in this learning and completing the 5 sequential modules, learners will be equipped to present themselves as individuals with a clear understanding of desired global organizational citizenship behaviors. These are behaviors that are sought by employers. Organizations increasingly need people who can blend self-awareness and social awareness with the science of teamwork, producing confident individuals who are motivated to effectively manage their personal leadership journey and pharmacy career plan. Level 1. The Science of Teamwork and Personal Skills Audits. Fundamental to leadership within any workplace, particularly pharmacy, is emotional intelligence. Level 1 starts the journey of self-discovery by asking learners to complete some benchmarking inventory questionnaires. A comprehensive team strengths profiling inventory helps learners to identify their preferred team role and to understand personal team working strengths and limitations. This learning also helps individuals to identify the preferred styles of others within a team environment and gives clear insights into how to adapt personal behavior to better engage with and influence others. Level 2. Aligning personal ambitions with employer needs. Level 2 looks at planning your leadership journey within pharmacy. The importance of developing a professional network is also covered here with comprehensive understanding of what a professional network is, how to develop a network, and how to use it to your advantage. Level 3. Building a personal profile that appeals to employers. Effective leadership is underpinned by effective communication skills. Level 3 develops professional communication skills by looking at typical organizational communication barriers and how to limit their potential for miscommunication and conflict. Additionally, your ability to communicate your personal style and therefore the value you add to an employer is covered in a detailed session which helps you to develop a personal brand matrix. Finally, we show you how to use effective communication skills and your newly created personal brand matrix to write a compelling CV or resume in response to job descriptions. Level 4. Selling yourself at interview. Having developed your personal brand matrix and a compelling CV in Level 3, Level 4 helps learners to articulate the value they can add to an employer in person, in other words, at interview selection. We explore the variety of interview options used by employers and talk through preparation, including how to answer competency-based questions. Level 5. Developing your leadership journey and your personal career plan. This final level pulls together everything that you have learned from this program to sharpen your leadership skills and navigate your career ambitions. While having flexibility to take advantage of opportunities that may arise is helpful, establishing a longer-term career plan is attractive to employers and can reduce the potential for you to find yourself being underemployed. Learners are asked to do some groundwork by researching a job, position, or sector of pharmacy employment which interests them, and with our very clear guidance and templates that will start to collate useful information which can be used to plan their future career as a pharmacist. We then show you how to pull all of the information together to give yourself an impressive leadership journey and career plan which will help to shape your future in a way that is personally meaningful. Empower yourself to take control by developing your leadership skills. Make effective connections with employers, enhancing the likelihood of securing the role of your choice.
Okay, thank you for listening and watching that little video clip, which I sincerely hope has given you a better understanding of some of the content. Just to summarize that for you, we have a 5-level or 5-module approach. And you can see on the screen here some of the overview of the content within each of those modules. We would recommend that the time limit for the program, we would say, is about a 12-week process from start to finish. We, of course, are always happy to build in flexibility for individuals. Recently, we've developed 2 options for delivery and learning of the PFP. And those 2 options we have called either the PFP or the PFP Plus. So Plus and Standard. It's the same content in both, but a choice of learning mode, either entirely self-directed or with supported learning. And at this stage, I'm going to hand back to my colleague Karen to share a little bit more information and detail around those 2 options. So back to you, Karen.
Thank you, David. So what we need to look at now, essentially, is which version suits you. So if you are someone who enjoys working on your own, is very aware of their own pace of working and prefers to work just simply on your own, then the PFP, as David just described, is the version for you. This is totally self-directed. Participants will enroll on our website and follow instructions. There is no input from Curriculo for those of you who take this version, other than technical support. But this will allow you, if you're someone that likes to work at your own pace and is quite disciplined about that, then this is the version for you. On the other hand, if you are someone who likes to work with other people, to learn from some of their experiences, to discuss models and concepts, then you will perhaps prefer to work with us on the PFP Plus version. This is the version, as David described, with Curriculo-led online workshop sessions at the end of each module. To start with, we will bring you online to introduce the whole programme and to agree a schedule of delivery of each of the modules themselves. We will also be there with you, obviously, for 1 hour session at the end of each of those modules. And in addition to that, we will also, at your request, add you to a WhatsApp group. Now, that does 2 things for us. It allows us to manage logistics, and it also allows you to ask us questions and or to share some of your learning with your cohort. So this, of course, is the difference between the 2 versions. It's much more inclusive and much more about community learning with the PFP Plus, and it's very much focused at learning at your own pace if you go for the PFP option. So let's share a little bit more about that with you. If you go for the PFP, so the purely self-directed version, and you're a non-member of FIP, this will cost you €200 to access this learning. The brilliant news is that if you are an FIP member, then you will be able to access this programme for €50. The FIP team have negotiated this brilliant discount for you. In addition to that, if you choose to go for the version that includes curricular-led workshops and are a non-FIP member, then you will pay €250 for this. And again, you will have a brilliant discount if you're an FIP member. We highly recommend the version with the online workshops for you because this will help to endorse and I guess help you with the learning the concepts with other people. So if you go for the Curriculo tutor-led version, then these dates are very important. If you agree for yourself that you're just going to go with the PFP, then these dates are not applicable to you. You can join, enroll and join the programme at any point at all. If you go for PFP Plus, then the next opportunity for you to join us will be on July the 19th, and thereafter, roughly speaking, every third Wednesday of the month. Okay, we will look to adjust those dates accordingly in terms of our numbers. So that gives you some of the logistics about the programme, but what I also thought would be useful for us to do just now is to share a little bit of information with you about some of the work we've already done with FIP members during this last year. So during this last 12-month period, we've indeed had participants onto this programme from 15 different countries. The feedback has, without exception, been excellent, but it's really important to point out that all of these participants have been enrolled in the programme that includes the Curriculo tutor-led session. I am absolutely delighted, though, to tell you that 95% of those individuals who've been through the programme with us would recommend this programme to other people. There's two pieces of feedback I'd like to share with you. This is Farah, who is an FIP staff member, and Farah went through the programme, started the programme in May last year. So if we could just listen for just 30 seconds to...
Hello everyone, my name is Farah Haqqad. I'm a current candidate at the Pharmacist for the Future program, Curriculo. The program so far has been one of a kind for me. It doesn't just provide you with the theoretical information and theoretical knowledge that other courses may provide. It also walks you through exercises that raise your self-awareness, challenge you to explore areas that you weren't aware of earlier, and equip you with the knowledge and the skills to build your network within your work environment. I've learned so much in such a short period of time. It's been eye-opening for me so far, and I really can't wait to see what the next modules will bring. Thank you.
And secondly, I'd like to share this comment from Genuine, who just completed the programme in April this year and posted this lovely testimonial on LinkedIn. I'd like to specifically draw your attention to the last sentence in the second paragraph, where Genuine says, "The course shrank down many complex concepts into simple bits that were relatable and absolutely valuable to me." He also says that he would recommend the programme. So very good feedback indeed. However, one of the things that we've discussed with Amanda and Godsgift is the opportunity to provide a taster session for you on the 29th of June this year. We'd like to do that. The idea is that we will take you through module 1 of the programme and give you an opportunity to see what the content and the learning is like. The good news is that we are also offering 20 individuals the opportunity to participate in that session with us by completing in advance a team strengths questionnaire prior to the 29th. So what that means is the first 20 people who sign up for the 29th of June will be allowed to participate with us, and we will share with them some of the great learning from the team strengths profile, what it means for them as individuals, what it means for them working in teams, and what it means for them as leaders. And of course, you are all very welcome to join us in this session. We look forward to doing that, and we believe that simply participating in this with us will help you to get a feel for whether or not this learning programme is suitable for you. And we believe it indeed is. So you may already have made up your mind to join us in the programme, and that is absolutely fantastic. If you have, then simply click on the QR code on the right-hand side of your screen to enrol right now. Or if you need some further information, please click on the left-hand side. In addition to this, you can contact us. We will put our emails and WhatsApp numbers in the chat shortly and give you the opportunity to contact us this way. We do hope, however, that we've given you enough information to make an important decision about investing in your future today, so that your future self will thank you for that. I'm very happy to take any questions, but would like to hand back to Amanda just now to do so. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Karen and David. So if you have any questions, please use the question and answer tool. We already have a few that we will get to here. So let's go ahead and do the questions now. So the first question, I think, is relating to FIP and ECPG, about which subject that you should choose when you join. So the great thing about membership in FIP and ECPG is that you don't have to commit yourself to one area. You are free to sort of experiment and try out all the different sections and SIGs from BPS and BPP. Our liaisons do a lot of meet and greet networking type sessions that allow you to sort of get a feel for what goes on in those sessions. We have our ECPG newsletters where we share the newsletters from the different sections and SIGs, so you can also see about the work that they're doing, and that can help you determine which section that you should join. The next question was how many types of memberships there are, and this was related to the PFP. So there's just the two memberships. You have the PFP that's self-directed, and then the PFP Plus that has the online sessions. So just the two levels of memberships. And then someone asked, and Karen has answered, but just in case anyone else missed it. So the PFP Plus price, if you are an FIP membership, is highly discounted for us. We're very thankful Curriculo is able to make that happen. And so that price is €65, which is fantastic. And then, Karen, can you also tell us what the price was if they choose to do just the self-directed? I believe it's just €50, correct?
That is correct, Amanda, yes, €50.
And let's see, what is the overall duration for the PFP course? I think David mentioned that it's usually about 12 weeks, and I think this is the same if you do, it's the recommended time if you're doing the self-directed, but also the same amount of time if you're doing the live. Is that correct, Karen or David?
It's slightly different, Amanda. We schedule the sessions for the PFP Plus, and we work out a proper schedule, which we recommend to be a 12-week period from start to finish to keep the momentum moving forward. However, for those people who choose to take the purely self-directed version, then we like them to be able to work at their own pace. And so we will negotiate with them a length of time that they will have access to the programme for. We like to encourage them to keep the momentum going for themselves, but we appreciate that people have other priorities going on. So we will keep the programme open for them for a maximum of 6 months, but we would like them to complete it within a much shorter period of time than that. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, that's great information. Thank you so much. That seems to be all the questions we have at this moment. Let me just also check the chat. I think that's all the questions that we have at this moment. We have a few more slides to wrap up and some more information, so please hang in there with us. And if you have any additional comments or questions during this time, you still have time to do that. So for all of our future FIP digital events, you can visit the website at events.fip.org. The library here does also allow you to see past webinars. One that I'd really like to point out to you is the 2022 webinar series that Godsgift and I did, all about the Career Development Toolkit. We went really in depth into some of those activities that you heard mentioned today, as far as how to complete them, how they can work for you. And so there is the first part of that series is listed for you. It also links to the Career Development Toolkit workbook, which has the exact same information in it. It's just shortened down so that it's less pages, and all that's there is the activities. Also wanted to mention that all of the QR codes that you saw throughout the presentation today, the links for those have been placed in the chat. If you're not able to access those QR codes, you can also go back to the recording later and scan those codes at that time as well. So finally, this QR code, and the link is also in the chat, is the registration for part 2 of this webinar. As Karen mentioned, it is open to everyone. The first 20 people, or the first 20 interested people, will be able to complete that team strengths assessment and actively participate in a WhatsApp group and do this activity. But maybe if you're not, comfortable with that, if you're not interested in committing to that, you're definitely welcome to still come see that activity being done. We're going to utilize some breakout rooms, so you could still participate without doing the assessment. But either way, you should register for the event with the code here. And also, you'll be able to hear feedback from some of our ECPG subcommittee members who have already completed the PFP program. And so they'll give you some more insight as to what that program was like as well. Finally, we hope that you will join us at FIP Congress. Hopefully you can attend our leadership development workshop and learn some skills, and maybe want to join us for the Leadership Development Program 2.0. You can follow us on social media. All of our handles are listed here for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You can also see the Curriculo ones here. And looks like we have maybe a couple more questions. Also, Karen and David have listed their contact information in the chat for you. So if you guys would like that, please go to the chat now so you can make sure you get that information before we've closed out. And then finally, one of the questions that we got was how to join FIP. This QR code at the bottom, and also a link was posted in the chat, takes you to the registration page. Highly recommend you to join if you haven't already. If you are a member of FIP and you are within 8 years from your first pharmacy degree, you are automatically a member of ECPG, and we would love to have you join us for all of our activities. We do have other opportunities for members that were not discussed in the webinar today, but would love to talk to you about those, so you can see the email listed here. And I think that wraps us up for today. Karen or David or Godsgift, does anyone have any final comments?
I would just like to say thank you to Amanda and to Godsgift for giving us the opportunity to do this. And we're really looking forward to doing the taster session on the 29th. We think it'll be a really useful, engaging and informative session. So we look forward to seeing you then.
All right, I think that concludes our session for today. Thank you so much for attending, and have a great day.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.